Hello and welcome back to the David 67 Celtic News. Second update of the day. Earlier did a wee review of the women's 0-0 draw yesterday away from home at Rangers women's side, a result that keeps them top of the table. However, the second video is going to be exclusively about the main Celtic team, the men's team. A wee bit of a news update regarding the ref for Sunday's game against Rangers at Celtic Park. A bit of a review of a couple of VAR controversies from the Celtic Hearts match at the weekend. A little highlights reel of Celtic's game against Hearts as well, the 3 goals. Plus a wee bit of news of some contracts, international matters, and a few other Celtic related things. Just a wee reminder, if you are new to the channel and do enjoy this video and this type of coverage of Celtic, please do click the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. Also, please click the like button if you like the video. It helps with analytics, get the videos and the channel seen by more people. And finally, do feel free to pop your comments into the comment section. As usual, keeping things pleasant, polite, constructive, informative, etc. First piece of news relates to the referee for the game against Rangers on Saturday. The referee on the pitch will be Willie Collum, and in the VAR booth will be Stephen McLean. Looking at the refs we've had so far for the Celtic Rangers league matches, it seemed pretty obvious that Willie Collum would get the job, despite the Rangers' antagonism and protests after his VAR duties a couple of times ago for the Celtic Rangers match. So Willie Collum will be the referee on the pitch, and hopefully we can have a nice non-controversial game. Nothing going to VAR, nothing in the way of VAR re-refereeing the game, as John Beaton is so keen to do. And hopefully Willie Collum will make all the decisions on the pitch bang on, so that no one has anything to moan and groan about. And hopefully the 60-odd thousand Celtic fans do slightly sway his decisions in favour of us in terms of free kicks and yellow cards, etc., as is your right when you're playing at home in front of a large partisan crowd. So I'm personally quite happy with Willie Collum. He's been a pretty fair referee. I think he's made mistakes on both sides. I don't think there's any particular worries with having Collum as the referee on Saturday. Now, talking of referees, there were a couple of highlighted incidents that a couple of ex-referees were demanding should have been reviewed by VAR on Saturday as part of the Celtic Hearts match. The first of which was a rather benign incident involving Callum McGregor. The Hearts player Horji Grant went to ground. Callum McGregor, in pursuit of the ball, jumped over him, made no contact with Grant. There is no protest from Grant or his fellow Hearts players around him. The linesman, or assistant referee rather, who was very close to the incident, doesn't wave his flag, and so I can't see any reason why VAR should be getting involved. No contact with the player, no protest from the Hearts players, no waving of the flag to tell the referee to have a look at it, thus nothing for VAR to get involved in. The second of which, however, I think actually VAR should have had a good look at and got the referee to have a look at it again, was a challenge by the Hearts player Limba Kisa on James Forrest on the touchline. Ball goes out into touch, however, Limba Kisa definitely gets his boot right up to the level of James Forrest, doesn't seem to make any actual contact with James Forrest. James Forrest certainly didn't go down holding his face, making any kind of protests. However, definitely high feet, definitely on a par with the Yang challenge on Cochrane, apart from the fact that in the Hearts game against Celtic at Tynecastle, Cochrane went down holding his face as if he had a broken nose and a fractured eye socket. However, in this incident, Forrest stayed on his feet, made no protest, no feigning of injury to try and get the other player in bother. However, by the rules, laws, etc. of football, this does look like a high challenge, does look like a potentially dangerous or reckless challenge. The referee didn't even think that it merited a foul, never mind a yellow card or a red card, and should really have been one that VAR asked Kevin Clancy to have a look at again. And I think had he done so, there would have been a good chance, if there was any consistency with refereeing decisions, which of course there isn't, then Limbukia may well have been in rather hot water, and Hearts might have been down to 10 men for the rest of the game. However, as always, no sense in crying over spilt milk. What's done's done. Can't change things now. The referee would appear to have made an error on the pitch. VAR didn't choose to correct him this time, which again appears to be an error to me. And thankfully, a wee bit later on in the game, when Lauren Shankland had the most obvious handball in the history of football, which Kevin Clancy must have been obscured from seeing, otherwise I can't see how he didn't give it. However, VAR happily called things back, and Matt O'Reilly was able to pop the ball into the top corner to cement the 3-0 victory and bolster our goal difference just a wee bit more. So in light of that wee chat regarding the VAR incidents for the Celtic match against Hearts at the weekend, I just thought I'd pop in the little highlight reel from BBC Football regarding the 3 goals. Brilliant goal by Kyogo in the middle from a wonderful pass by Matt O'Reilly, plus the penalty incident, and O'Reilly's very calm finish, and Kyogo's very clever head flick on the edge of the 6-yard box after Hatate lobbed it back in after the clear corner. So just going to pop those highlights in, and then we'll crack on with the last few wee bits of news regarding Celtic over the last 24-48 hours. And hopefully enjoyed those 3 goals, and certainly Kyogo's goal in the middle is one of my favourite goals for the season. However, it didn't reach the cut-off to be one of the goals of the season, which is the ongoing poll in the community section. Remember, there are 2 polls there. Poll 1 for the goals up to the winter break shutdown, and then poll 2, which will be the goals after the winter shutdown up till the 28th of April. And the winner of poll 1 will then play against poll 2 winner in a final poll, and the initial polls stay up until the 15th of May, and so it would be grand if you did vote in those 2 polls as to your choice for the channel's best Celtic goal of the season. As I said, the Kyogo goal from last Saturday doesn't qualify as it didn't reach the cut-off of the end of April. So, a wee bit of news regarding contracts at Celtic. Daniel Kelly, our very talented 18-year-old, who's broken into the first-team squad and a couple of first-team games this season. He has, at this time, rejected the contract extension at Celtic, which is a wee bit disappointing, given the fact that he has been training with the first-team squad for a couple of months now. He has been seeing some first-team action. He has been on the bench as an unused sub on a regular basis. And so clearly he's becoming very much part of the first team squad and getting a chance. However, it does look like Celtic, Kelly and his agents are all still in negotiations, and so a successful outcome is expected in the next few days or weeks. No news, unfortunately, on Rocco Vata, and I do think we may have to resign ourselves to that talented young player leaving the club. As it appears, there is a wee bit of a stalemate at Celtic in terms of Vata's new contract on the side of Vata and his agents. Speaking of a similar situation, Ben Doak, who we lost to Liverpool a couple of seasons ago, is back from injury and is said to be in Steve Clarke's plans for the European Nations Tournament this summer in Germany. I think Doak would be a very useful player coming off the bench. He impressed me a lot in his short time at Celtic. He did have a wee bit of first team action under Ange Postecoglou at the end of season 1, but chose to go to Liverpool the next year, rejecting the extended contract. He has shown a lot of good form at Liverpool. Unfortunately, was injured, but he's back to fitness now. Very glad to see him in Scotland's squad. Similarly, there's a lot of suggestions that James Forrest should be part of Scotland's squad this summer as well, and I think again his experience, his ability to come off the bench and be a difference maker would be a very helpful tool for Stevie Clarke to have in his Scotland squad. And of course, it looks, as things stand now, that Tony Ralston, Greg Taylor and Callum McGregor will all be part of Scotland's squad for the Euro Nations this summer, and there even is a strong chance that Anthony Ralston may well be our starter right back, as there has been a wee bit of an injury crisis with Scotland's right backs just recently, and at the moment he would appear to be the most likely natural right back in Scotland's squad. Greg Taylor likely to be back up at left back role, depending on fitness for Robertson, Tierney, etc. However, I'm sure Taylor will go as part of the squad, and finally Callum McGregor will be, I'm pretty sure, the linchpin of Scotland's midfield in the Euro Nations. Hopefully, all the Celtic players who do go to the European Nations all come back fit and fresh and injury-free, ready for the 24-25 season, where hopefully Celtic can push on in Europe. That just about brings things to an end for today's little update video. We'll continue doing videos throughout the week, and towards the end of the week, a bit more focus on the Rangers match on Saturday. So for today, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Do have a wee go at the trivia quiz in the community section and vote in the goal of the season polls 1 and 2 in the community section, and chat again through the week. Goodbye and Hail, hail.